Welcome everyone to Let's Connect. While the governments across the world are fighting this catastrophic situation where they are doing their best and worst to handle this, let's see how people across the world are handling this. We have so many amazing incidents from across the world about how people handle such a lockdown. Most parts of the world are in a lockdown right now. Some people choose to stay at home just to be safe and not to contribute their part in spreading the coronavirus. Today we have with us the President Sales for Cera Sanitary Ware India Limited, Abby Rodrigues, joining us from India, Ahmedabad. Hi Abby, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good too. I'm doing great. In fact, the lockdown's not been much of a problem. We're trying to be as positive as possible, even amidst the situation where we understand that it is a hard time for most of us, but we try and keep our spirits high. The one reason we wanted to connect with you today is the amazing spirit that you've been showing during this time. I've been watching you and your profile on social media, and every day you come up with an update. And it is a beautiful revelation of how lovely, time at home can be and how amazingly it can be utilized. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, it's all about, and it started with the Prime Minister of India had announced the Janata curfew. So that day evening, I thought, because my family, most of us are musicians. My younger son is a drummer, and my elder son is a guitarist, and my brother's son is here. He's also a singer and guitarist. So I told them, let's gather and use our talent. Let's put something on social media. So that's the first day that we did a song and just put it in the social media, and we got amazing response for that. That kept us going. Then a couple of days after that, Prime Minister again announced that 21 days lockdown. So then I committed to the people that, I will give one song each every day to them. And it's continuing. It's challenging, but we are able to do it.
It's bringing such positivity, as you keep sending us these songs. Most of your songs are gospels or song in praise of Lord. Is there any specific reason as to why you choose only this and not any film numbers when the rest of the world is after film songs?
Basically, this is what I was touched many years back, that, I started listening to the gospel music and positive music. I was a hardcore music lover during my days. Suddenly the touch, I shifted my focus to this, and I thought that, I should be focusing on this, bringing revelation of God to people, because today, if you see, I meet a lot of people around the world. Many of them have trouble. But it's about giving solution, and we as human beings have a limited access of giving solutions. But it's about, God, who is omnipresent, everywhere, omnipotent, give it and let him do his job, and we become an instrument for him. That's all. That's what I thought.
It's amazing how you work with your sons to do this. And what interests me is, are they in their teens? At least they look like they're in their teens.
Yeah. The eldest one is doing the final year engineering, and the youngest one, he's doing 12th. He's in 12th. And my brother's son, he's doing the second year engineering. And even my daughter, I'm missing her. She's a very good singer, but she's now in Sydney. She's doing a bachelor's there, first year.
She's there at in Down Under, where we are.
Yeah. So she's doing it in UNSW there. So, if she was there, we would have added more spice. But anyway, she's also enjoying listening to our songs from here.
Oh, such a beautiful thing. In fact, hats off to you, Abby. I haven't really seen people, especially families with teenage children, work so much in unison. Most of the parents come up with complaints that, it is so hard to, keep the teenage children with them. They usually see, the usual scenario at any home that we see is that everyone's fixed onto their gadget and they seldom find time to spend with their family members. But on the other hand, on the contrary, you are showing us such a wonderful picture of how, a family of young teenagers and a dad can sit together and work so beautifully on creating something so exclusive and exquisite. How has this been possible? How do you think, how are you working it out?
In today's, children, we cannot impose anything on them.
Absolutely.
So imposing is not possible on your own, your own friends or relatives. But, you can always motivate them by being an example for them. So first I show myself as an example. And then what I do is, I give them positive messages, how, this, fruitful for others. And they are seeing that in my life also. And now this call from you that, to have this live interview, it has motivated them a lot, actually. They felt that, they are doing something for the world. So
Indeed,
I think
they
that
are,
will
yes.
help them. Yeah. And I think when they start living on their own, when they have a family, I think they will be able to take this spirit to the next generation. And hopefully, I'm praying for that God bless them.
Indeed, yeah. The message that you're putting across on social media does not just include the beautiful music that you're sharing with the world. It also shares the very big essence of what family relations are all about and how, a family can still be, together, even while their children move into teens. Most parents find it an excuse to say that, their children are in their teens, you can't force them, and that is why, there is no more unity in the family. But you have set such a beautiful example, and God bless your family. We totally love watching your family videos.
Thank you so much.
Talking about
And
your
one
daughter
more thing
who's
I
in
want to
Sydney.
tell you.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, the cameraman is my wife actually. So
So you
my
have
wife
someone
is also
behind the
involved.
scene as well supporting you.
Yes.
That is so beautiful. So
Also
it's
much
it's
involved.
like an entire home teamwork.
True.
This is awesome. This is just so beautiful. Does she sing?
She has been a lot of things. No, she does not sing. So that's why she always supports us in prayer and in the camera work. And she gives her thought process also when we are singing. We are not singing it clear here or there. So then we correct ourselves. It's a challenge because each music that we put, we have to practice a lot. So
Right.
someone
She's
also
perhaps your
has give us
biggest critique.
inputs that. Yeah, she can. Always wives can do it freely, no?
Yeah, but there's a lot of value to it. And I assure you that, this
Very
is
true.
such a beautiful way that, you're showing to the world that as a family unit, how you can stay together and be very peaceful at home, practicing something that you love so much.
True.
About your daughter in Sydney, how is it that she is facing all this? We have had so many concerns where they've been asking international students to go back. There was rumors that they'll have to go back to their own countries. Amidst all the situation, how are you trying to keep her calm and help her?
Okay, a week before, this lockdown had started in India, I think Australia had already had some issues. So my daughter, when my wife called her, so she said that, I'm just, I think that I may break down. I'm feeling very, sitting in the hostel. Because the online classes had already started.
Right.
So she told me to talk to her and try to console her. So that Saturday, it was a Saturday, and Saturday evening, I called her, and then she said that this is the issues and all. Then I just gave a positive message because I always look in all calamities, because of my life experience, I always look at opportunities, because in all calamities there is an opportunity. This is what I teach my team also in my business. So I just told her, Karina, her name is Karina. Karina, you are blessed to go through such a situations. Such situations comes once in 100 years. If you look at it, so many people have lived on this earth and died and gone, but they would not have experienced such a situation. But here you are going to experience. We are all lucky to experience such a situation when All these years we have seen a fast life, but here we are going to see a different life. We are going many, many years behind. This is what an experience is all about. This is the time you enjoy it. He just heard, and that night, we slept. So next day morning, means Indian time, I'm getting a message that Dada, I'm all through now. Now I am in a very positive frame of mind. So it's all about, I always tell everyone, look, calamities can happen in anybody's life. But if you focus only on that calamity is going to pull you down. But if you look for an opportunity through that, you move ahead. You are not stopping yourself. This is what my message to all the people who will be listening to this, interview. Learn that and you will be happy always.
I mean, such a wonderful message. In fact, I'm actually speechless for a moment. In fact, I had goosebumps the way you were narrating the story between you and your daughter. In fact, it is such a beautiful point to notice that, yes, calamities can happen in anyone's life, but it's how you deal with it and how you turn it into an opportunity. No wonder you are now the president for sales at your workplace, and you have you've shown and proved that you are an absolute leader, whether be it at home taking care of your family or whether it's the business. Back to one more thing. I've always noticed that whenever you post videos, you do use a hashtag which says Kuch Pal Ghar Ke Vaste or Ghar Ke Naam. What is that all about?
This is something beautiful which happened. A year back, Sarah launched a campaign. We thought that, while deciding upon that, we had thought about a lot of factors in family, which the families are going through. And we felt that, quality time is not being spent by family, in their own home. Right. When something comes, they just run out for a holiday, even there, their busyness continues. So what we thought was, we spend a lot of time and, a lot of dedication to build our homes, but we spend less time there. So we thought that, we should tell the people that, the home that you have built with a lot of care and a lot of time that you are given, it is time that, you spend quality time with your family there in your own homes. That is where this concept came up, Kuch Pal Ghar Ke Naam. So, now people say that, once this people are spending time, and this campaign has become apt for the situation.
For today's
situation. So it was like, yeah. So, it is like somebody was telling that, that Contagion film was there, no? Where, something like coronavirus, it was predicted, it was, the film was all about that. So your ad also has become like that, you have predicted this. It was not predicted, but we thought that, this is a genuine message that people should spend quality time at home. And that is how the new generation, a beautiful generation can be created. Sarah stands for that.
So lovely. I also understand that yours is one company that has always, ensured that, they give a good quality holiday for your dealers and distributors. They've always traveled, and I know that you are an avid traveler as well. This year, thanks to Corona, there is no traveling. What have you thought of as a substitute plan?
See, this whole year, until the vaccination is found, I don't think people will really travel.
No.
So, what we thought was, to keep connection, we are talking over phone or video conferencing. So we are keeping in touch with everyone. And, we are also giving ideas to them how to, go through the situations. Some of the dealers had told us that, I feel that, once this lockdown is over, I will be entering into the business as if I am going to start a new one. So people are confused. Yeah. And so many people, they would have lost their money, how to run their business, a lot of chaos, So what we are trying to do is we are giving our inputs, we are talking to them, keeping them calm. One of the dealer was telling me, Abhi, I'm just sitting at home. I don't know what to do, because if you have to play chess, you need an opponent. Today I have no opponent. So, so this is the situation. People are troubled. And this is the time a lot of prayer is needed. That is my messages, always. I always give them positive side of that. And I ask them to trust in God. And, God can give you ideas. When I talk about, opportunities, who can open your eyes towards the opportunities? That is God. So that is what we communicate through our messages.
Lovely. In fact, when you were talking, you did also mention that this new outlook has been born because of the way that you have been of the things that has happened in your life. What made you so strong, Abby?
I have gone through a lot of a very big problem in my life. In the year 2006, I was diagnosed with throat cancer, a third stage cancer. It was a very, very struggling situation in my life because 30 days of continuous, radiation, and every week chemo. There was a stage after 2 weeks, I could not even drink a drop of water because my entire throat inside was swollen. It was burned up, the fresh meat being burned, I have gone through a lot of struggle. But all this time, I feel that I was floating. After all these issues, when I look back today, though I was struggling when my treatment started, so I was floating in the hands of God because my weight was 75 kg and I had lost weight, and I became like a skeleton with 60 kg. I'm 6 feet tall, so 6 feet tall, it will become a skeleton-like look, and it was very hard for me. Even after the treatment, for 1 month I could not eat or drink anything. But all this time I felt that my God was there taking care of me for a greater glory.
How beautiful.
When I first day of my radiation, the doctor measures like from here till here, it has to be burned. Burnt in the sense radiation. It didn't get burned only.
Right.
So I told the doctor, Doctor, I'm a singer, not a big singer. I sing in churches and in other things. Will I be able to sing after this treatment? So do you know what he did? He protected this area, the vocal cord area. He just protected that, and the rest of the area, the radiation was given. Now, before treatment, I could not sing at a higher pitch, higher note.
Right.
But right now, I can sing at a very much higher note. And people say that, you have a better voice now.
Praise the Lord.
There are mysterious ways that God works, And I have learned a lot. I have got a lot of confidence. And today, nothing can trouble me. So all those people, who are going through trouble, handle it with God, and He's going to help you. And my faith in Jesus is so strong today that nothing can detach me.
What a strong message, Abby. In fact, considering the things that you have gone through in your life, the events that you have gone through in life, I think this situation that the world is going through is nothing when compared to, a person's personal loss. I think you've gone through a lot and you've come out strongly, and, your message to the world is so strong. In fact, there is a big lesson that we can learn from you as a person, you as a family, and you as a business person. Thank you so much, Abby. You've been a great guest on our show at Let's Connect today. If you don't mind, could you sing us a song?
Oh, let me, my mouth has become dry now because, that radiation effect is still there. My saliva does not work properly. I have to complement my saliva with what? You want me to take the guitar, or I have not prepared any song?
We'd love to have it.
Who is like him, the lion and the lamb, seated on the throne? Mountains bow down, every ocean flows to the Lord of hosts. Praise Adonai. From the rising of the sun to the end of every day, praise Adonai. All the nations of the earth, all the angels and the saints sing praise.
Thank you
Praise
so
the
much,
Lord.
Evi. That was so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
Well, it's an honor for M4 TV to have you here today. Thank you for all the positivity, and I'm sure that our viewers would benefit from the message that you have shared with us. And wishing you all the very best, and hoping that this time too shall pass very soon. We'll see you soon.
Sure.
Until then, goodbye.
Bye bye. Take care.
Take care.